So far, I will summarize what we have done. It means we had an employee table, and we had a set of records, and uh, this table containing four columns. ID, it is automatically generated field. We are not going to change, and it is assigned by database itself. Name and the age are uh, age and the NIC are the rest of the fields, and those are the data that we want to maintain, and this ID we use as the index to keep and maintain and track the data. And we have developed C Sharp application. The application itself consists with uh, data uh, data grid view to receive and show the data in this in the database, and we have retrieved the data from the database and displayed it as a grid view. And those three fields we use to add the data. We can enter the data by pressing that button, like Chandana, Deshapriya, 15, and this is my NIC number, and at the end you can put the V. Once you enter, the data will at the uh, end of the data grid view. At the next session, next level, what we want to do, once we enter the data, once we select the data in the data grid view, we want to get the data from the database, particular data in the database, and display it in here. For that, before that, I want to clear the data. So I will add one more thing. Once you load in the form, you need to clear the all data. lpl id.text equal string.empty. I am appending to clear the data in get all employee section. So you better do okay. Yeah, I would like to do it in here empty. Likewise, I want to change the the mother header text box, txt age, and txt name, and txt nice. Okay, let's see what's happening once we edit the data. Now once we are entering the data, we run the application. Oh sorry, this should be integer, this can be something else. Okay, once we entering this data, it's automatically it will automatically clear the input fields once I am adding the data. Okay, now I want to now I want to, once I'm clicking here, I want to get the particular data and fill the data for data to here. Let's see how it's possible with the SQL. Now I am clicking this employee. This employee have a it means this particular record. I want to get this particular record. This particular record having a unique field. Unique field is nothing but the ID. The ID is the unique field, and the ID is the primary key, and we use that primary key to retrieve and access the data. Okay, let's see how I'm going to do. I will make a new query. I'm making a new query. Okay, now I use select command to get the data. Select all from employee. If you use this command, definitely it will retrieve all the employees. I don't need all the employees. I need a specific employee. To retrieve a specific employee, the specific one, how I am retrieving. Retrieve the employee by the ID. I want to get the employee who has the ID equal to 4, whose ID equal to 4. Okay, where ID equal 4, not 41, 4. Now I can retrieve a particular employee. Okay, now I will load this particular okay, now I have the query to get the employee. To retrieve that one, I need the specific ID. Okay, how I am getting the ID? Once I am selecting the particular row, it is having a ID. Once I am clicking in here, clicking it somewhere else, it's having a particular ID. I can retrieve the ID from the data grid view. For that, data grid view having a special property called special event. How I am accessing the particular event. Once I am selecting the database, data grid view, data grid view in a widget. In Visual Studio provides lots of properties in the property window. You can see some sort of thumb icon over there. This thumb icon mentioned that it's not for the property, it is about the all the events. Once I am clicking the thumb icon, I can see the available events that are comes under data grid view. This event, when you're selecting, you have to select some specific event. For that, for this situation, I want to select change. I am changing select row. Okay, and it will automatically make an event for me. Okay, now I can use this event. Usually events come with two arguments, two parameters. One is the sender. Sender is the person who's performing the particular event. The which object? It is this object. What is this object type? System.data.datagridview. Okay, I will put this sender to system.data. Actually, it's not required because we already at the system.data in here. It is under system.windows.form.datagridview. Yeah, it is there, system.windows.form. So we are no need to type all the path. We can type just data grid view. Data grid view, employee. Data grid view DGV equal current data grid view. You know, definitely this is supposed to be data grid view, but it is come under object because it's the most super type is the object. Object can hold anything. So I know specifically definitely it is nothing but definitely it should be data grid view object, so I will cast into the data grid view. No need to worry. This is called casting. You are converting your center into the data grid view type, and you can use it. Now data grid view dot select cells dot count. This should be important. If count is 0 equal to 0, it sends you didn't select anything. If count is equal to 0, I'm going to stop this function execution because you didn't select anything. It says you didn't select anything. You did not select anything. If count is not equal 0 means if it is definitely you have select something. So I want to change this one. If count is equal to 0, you can take the not equal to 0, then you can get the row index. So what does it mean by the 0? Why I'm putting this thing? It says if you may have select multiple rows, multiple cells. Out of them, I am selecting the first cell and get the row index. I have to store somewhere to this row index. I will make int row index equal to, and I will make another variable to store this particular row index. Okay, now my current row index in here, and I can get this value by using the data grid view dgv data grid view, and I have to use the column ID. But it's a column ID. When you run this application, it should be the first column. So I'm using the 0, comma, the current row index. How this 0 is comes? Okay, let me explain. When you run this application, this column is 0, and this is 1, 2, 3, and this column index is 0. If I am accessing if I am selecting this column, it means it should be column index is 1, 2, 3. It means, sorry, 0, 1, 2. The column index is 2, and the row index is 0, 1, 2, 3. The row index is 3. That's how the data grid works. For I don't know what is my row, but I have a specific column. The column index is 0. So I'm using the particular column as 0 and get the value. Dot value I want to change into the string to string, and I'm storing the value string row ID. I'm saying EID. EID means employee ID equal to this particular string. It's a toString method. It's not a property, it's a method, so I have to use the this brackets. Okay, now I have the ID. Then I wanna get the particular row. How I am get my particular row? I have to execute the query. I have already written my query in here. I just copy and paste it. Query is a string, so I will make a string and query equal something is here. Sorry, I have to put two um, double quotation within. I have to put my query within double quotation, and at the line I put the line name. Okay, now this is should be changed. If I am running this one, it's always retrieving the ID, the employee who has the ID equal to 4, but I want to change into here. What I do is I'm using a string concatenation and add 4 and add like here, but this is not required, and I will remove this one. Okay, now I have built my query. To execute the query, I need the command SQL command object. I need SQL command object. Okay, this is my command, and I am use command equal new SQL command. SQL command, the first parameter I have to give the query, and the second parameter I have to give the connection. The connection I have already defined in here. I use the particular connection name at the end. Now I have the command. This command will retrieve the data, so I need the something different action. I need data adapter, SQL data adapter equal new data adapter. To run the data adapter, I have to give the command and use the data adapter to fill the table. I need the temporary table, so I use in here data table and data table. Sorry, data table should be the object, and I will use dt data table temporary equal new data table. Okay, and I can use the data adapter to fill adapter dot fill and get the particular data to this data table. dt. Now my all the my results in the data table, I can get the count dt dot rows rows dot count. Okay, in some cases I am unable to get the data because of the particular ID may not be here, not be in the database. In case if I unable to, if count is 0, uh, 0, it says it is wrong operation. But most of the case, I believe that my count can't be 0 because it should be in the database. It cannot be happen, but anyway, it's possible. So if count is 0, I put the message box dot show the data not in database. Then that's the end. Okay. Okay, now we having the data, and okay, after if we don't have the data, I want to return it. In the next section, next level, I have the data in this data row. I wanna assign this data to my uh, my those fields. Okay, dt dot rows 0. It means I'm accessing the zeroth row dot dt dot 0 comma 0 dot